Flor y Canto presents.
The mind is really interesting. It's like one of our functions that just kind of continues and continues. At least it feels like it. Maybe not scientifically, I'm not sure, but it definitely feels like the mind doesn't turn off. Like it wakes up and then it doesn't go to sleep and it continues to be woken up. It's awesome though, because it wakes us up, it gets us through breakfast, it gets us to lunch, it gets us to dinner, it gives us fuel. Like it makes things function. I think that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes it also is very elusive. It alludes to a lot of things. It makes us think about a lot of things, and sometimes these clouds appear inside our head. So our brain gets us through the day, but it also creates a lot of unnecessary realities that we sometimes really have to deal with, and they kind of feel like mosquitoes that revolve around our mind, and they bug us. And it's real, it's authentic, it's authentic feelings that we feel when we're being bugged by these mosquitoes, these unreal things inside of our lives. Hey, do you guys listen to music? What does that have to do with music and mind? Why did I bring that up? I don't know if you've noticed, but music is sound. Okay, that's kind of obvious. The reason that music is sound, or that sound becomes music, is because of the silences. What I mean, there's pieces of silence in every song, in every type of music that exists. What makes that music rhythmic or enjoyable are the pieces of silence that are in between these songs. So music is music because of silence, not just because of the music. It's the silences that give these musical parts their value. In any song that you like, you'll notice that there's usually a stronger part, a softer part, and it's always those mid pieces of silences, the many silences sometimes, that give this sound enough value for it to become music. So you can kind of consider that what I'm about to say is that composers compose their songs, and people compose their own actions that end up coming into life that would be considered a song. And so to make these lives as valuable as they could be, as a composer would make their own songs as valuable as they should be, they use silences, and you should too. What I mean, silences. It's not an advertisement video, it's a moment for you to realize how important silences are in your life, how important silences are in music. So if you like music, then you like silences. So what do I mean by silences? I don't think there needs to be a perfect explanation, because there really is not, but it's more of a concept of coming back to yourself. Remembering the value of who you are, remembering the value of who God is, and remembering the value of who we are, and just kind of finding back that center of this is life. Silence for different people is different. And for some it's a walk in the park, for some it's a moment inside your room, for some it's a very intimate time where you just talk to yourself. For others it's riding bikes, whatever it really is. It settles down those unrealistic clouds that really bombard us inside. It's to reconnect with God, to find ourselves again and say, okay, who am I and what exists? And it's usually these silences that elude, that lead us back into our everyday lives, that give us strength. So silences give us strength. Doing nothing makes us stronger. It's a little bit of an opposite, but it's definitely a reality. So it's just so fast. Everything goes so fast that this becomes something that we forget to do, but there's definitely not a formula for silence. What I'm saying is, you don't have to do a certain, I have to pray 3 times a day, I have to pray 5 times a day, I have to pray this times a day, or I have to go make sure I have 10 minutes of silence, 5 pieces a day. There's not a formula in a song either. A composer or producer doesn't really have to make sure that they have certain things. They might prefer certain things over others, but there's no dead formula because no song is exactly the same. So wouldn't it also consist in the same thing when it comes to you constructing the own pieces of your own life? There's no formula, but a composer has a good ear, and he or she knows whenever that time comes to insert certain pieces of silences in your life, in their songs. So now you are your own composer of your actions, and these actions are sound, and these sounds construct a song, and that song is your life. So now you construct your life. Therefore, you have a good ear, and you know when it's necessary to pause, when it's necessary to sit. And I'm not talking about a one moment thing. I'm talking about a concept that's a reality and that is an unforgotten value in our lives, which is called silence. So here's my challenge to you. The challenge is simple: to believe that silence is just as strong as sound, and that you reconsider implementing it into this song called your life. Because it's going to give the value to your life that you don't realize sometimes because everything goes so fast. So if you're going so fast, keep on going fast. But listen to this song and pause when you need to, eventually, and when you adhere for it to be necessary.